Hey Lionheart folks, it's Lev. Welcome back to another video. For those of you who are new, I use I use he and pronouns. Um, I'm just gonna get straight into the video today, and you read the title correctly. And I don't know what I'm gonna title this, but then the title of this video will, be related to what I'm gonna say. I tried to reach out to my ex. You, you heard correctly, and I confess and I admit, like I told my friends this, and I'm gonna make it public on YouTube too, because I like honesty and I'm transparency, and even with y'all supporting me on this channel and stuff, I like to be transparent with everyone. I tried to reach out to my ex, um, and the reason why I chose to do it is because the past few weeks, my subconscious and body body not in terms of like sexual things, not nothing down that line, more like physical symptoms, and my subconscious mind just sort of intensifying, and I tried to run from this. I denied this, but like my conscious was like nah 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 nah, go away. But then the longer I left it, the worse it got, and the worse my mental health got. My mental health was suddenly just deteriorating. My mental health just deteriorating, and then last Thursday afternoon I crashed out of work, and then that Friday after work, it was rock bottom. And why my mental health was so bad and why I kept feeling sick and my nervous system being hyper is because of the internal conflict. And if you see my other videos, whenever I experience an internal conflict between my subconscious mind and my conscious mind, it just gets really bad. My internal world goes into a chaotic mess. My nervous system shoots through the roof. I start feeling sick, and I start getting physical pain in my chest and abdomen. And that's why I'm just like, it's not something I consciously wanted to do, because my ego was also protecting me like, nah, Lev, you don't need this. You're over this. But the truth is, I'm not completely over her. And if you're watching this video right now, it's true. I'm not completely over her, and I haven't fully healed from the relationship breakdown like I initially thought I had. I thought, over 4 months of being alone would have done the trick, but I realized for me, detaching and healing from this sort of incident, especially because it's my first one, the first time it happened, it's not so easy. And even though I've made a lot of progress thus far in the past few months, it's not over yet. And I realize that now, and that's okay. I read a quote online a while back. It went something along the lines of, "It's okay to feel sad over something that you thought you'd healed from." This is exactly what's happening here. And so yeah, I tried to reach out to her. So she blocked me on that Instagram account. So I messaged her cousin and asked her cousin to pass on the message. Um, I haven't heard back yet from the person. Uh, so I'm not entirely sure whether the person received it, whether it's been sent through to her. I don't know what, but that's okay. But something I noticed is that after I messaged her cousin on Friday night, I instantly felt better. Like I wasn't completely healed from this whole thing, and neither am I now. But just honoring myself, honoring my subconscious, honoring my inner self that knows more than my conscious mind does, I honored it, and that was what helped me feel better in that moment. And if I dragged it on to this day and I didn't do the reach out, I was still would be lingering in rock bottom and just not be able to function very well. Also, my nervous system's still pretty high. It's not as heightened as last week, but it's still heightened. I felt pretty nauseous today because my nervous system is dysregulated. It's gone off balance, and my gut functioning has not been okay either. It's been thrown off balance too. But I acknowledge that this is part of the journey. This is part of this whole thing, and that's okay. And I still don't completely understand why my subconscious is pulling me in this direction to try to reconnect and try to be friends again. But I honored it, and I know it's the right decision for me to make because I have a track record of this. For example, my subconscious telling me that I'm trans all these years, all of these signs, I ignored it, I ran from it, and the more I ran from it, the worse it intensified later on. And either way, I would still have to come face to face with this and confront this, regardless of how much it hurts, regardless of how much discomfort I'm in, regardless of how many wounds are rehashed. And yeah, I was talking about trans things and then I just switched the topic, but same thing. Like, the more I try to run from this, it it's just temporary distraction. Either way, I would have to face the music and confront it head on. And that is how I heal and overcome things, is to confront things. Running doesn't work in the long term. Great distraction. I do all these distraction activities. It's all well and good, but that doesn't target the root of the issue and what my subconscious is trying to get at. And if I don't honor it, it's just gonna I'm just gonna keep feeling sick forever and ever and ever. And I don't want to live life like that. So that's why I'm like, fuck, like, Lev, you don't like doing this, but you have to do this. And that's why I did the reach out. And we all have egos. I have my ego, just like pretending that I'm over her and that I truly don't give a shit anymore. But I still have some lingering feelings there, and that's the truth, and that's okay. And this is part of being human. And me being vulnerable with this, so just sharing with all of you, me being transparent about this, no bullshit, also helps me heal. Because if I lie to myself or if I lie to other people, that just stirs up the internal conflict inside of me. And it's like, why are you lying, Lev? Why are you not being honest? And then that just makes me feel sick again. And then the whole loop happens again. So, transparency. This is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm making this video. It's also a documentation for me, future Lev, to watch back on and be like, that was the period in your life where you experienced this thing. Look at where you are now, sort of thing. I told my closest friends, they all know because I was not going to go through this solo. I was not just going to do this solo. My closest friends are with me on this journey. And also, my supervisor and manager from work also know. So, I'm literally transparent with everyone. Like, I don't pretend to be okay when I'm not okay. I don't, because it just makes things worse. I don't. Like, I'd rather be seen for as like if people have negative perceptions about vulnerability and people see me as being weak or unmanly for showing emotions or crying or talking about this sort of stuff in this format, I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. At least I'm being truthful to myself, and that is the most important thing. And just sort of reflecting on this whole thing as well, I think, like, I have nothing to lose from this. What do I have to lose from this? If I try to reach out and there is no answer, or I get a no, that's okay. Like, what do I have to lose? Literally nothing. I have nothing to lose. I was saying this through the phone call with a friend just then. I have nothing to lose. I get a no, and that's literally the worst possible outcome that can happen from this. Is someone saying no or someone not responding? Like, that's it. That's it. Is fighting with myself and not honoring myself worth the minimal pain of a no or no response? No, it's not. Fighting with myself is significantly worse than this. So, plus, I see this entire thing, whatever happens, it's an opportunity for me to grow. It's an opportunity for me to fortify my psychological and emotional maturity. I was just trying to think of the word. Yeah, to strengthen my emotional maturity, strengthen my psychological maturity, grow to become a better version of me. They help me see things like how attachment is a very deep thing for me and I don't move on from things very easily, and that's okay. And then the grieving process of losing someone important and something important to me, like, I'm learning a lot, and I'm growing, and I'm continuing to grow every day. And 5 days down the line, 5 weeks down the line, 5 months down the line, 5 years down the line, this entire thing, the entire thing is literally a small puzzle piece in the big picture that is my entire life. I'm only 24. I'm still young. I have a lot of years ahead of me. Hopefully, nothing goes horribly wrong and I die early, but you get what I mean. I still have a lot of time ahead of me, and I'd rather experience this right now and learn from it and learn from it and mature from this at the age of 24 than 20, 30, 40 years down the line when I'm much older. Like, I see early psychological emotional maturity as a good thing. Like, it's shit. It hurts. This shit hurts. Like, frankly, yeah, this shit hurts. It stings. Stings. It rips out old wounds again. But again, discomfort is a part of growth. And if you watch on my previous videos, I embrace that now. I embrace pain. Pain is a byproduct of the um the the new phoenix that is building from the ashes that's gonna rise up after this whole thing is over. It is. And emotional and psychological maturity also comes from being able to tolerate emotions, being able to sit with discomfort, sit with emotions that we all want to run from and just suppress and just be like, you don't exist, bye, 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 go away. Just the more, like, I was very emotionally immature at the age of 16, 17, 18. Like, I didn't know how to deal with emotions. I didn't know how to sit with emotions. I lashed out a lot. Even a few years ago, I lashed out. I remember in 2019, I lashed out quite a bit, and things just irritated me, and I projected all of my hurt and insecurity and lack of self-confidence and poor self-esteem onto other people who didn't even deserve it, subconsciously, because I was just hurting and I didn't know how to sit with it. I didn't know how to deal with it. But right now, that is a very different story, and I don't deal with emotions the same way. I talk to emotions in a very different way too. Like, I felt hurt, and I'm just like, it's okay, Lev, you're feeling hurt, and you're being human, and that's okay. And that being my new automatic thought process is incredible. But then I didn't come out of the womb knowing all of this. Like, I didn't come out of the womb, boom, I know how I'm here where I am now, and know how to deal with emotions and sit with discomfort. Like, that didn't happen. Where I got to where I am now because I sat through discomfort. I faced discomfort. I confronted fear. I stared, yeah, fear in the face and just like, come at me, bro. It didn't, running was just a distraction. It didn't lead, running doesn't lead to growth. Confronting shit I don't like leads to growth. I didn't realize how much I was shaking the camera while I was doing like some sections in the video and some section in the previous videos too. Like, I didn't intentionally shake the camera. I think I was just moving because I'm resting my arm on my elbow, and maybe when I'm doing this or something, it just shakes the camera. But yeah, this is a very honest and truthful and transparent video I'm filming and sharing with you, and I'm also filming it for my future self. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you in the next video.